Dr. K. Dr. Maheshwari, Dr. Sheth, Mr. Sinha, eminent scientists and researchers, students, ladies and gentlemen. I immediately noticed that it's nice to be in the company of learned people. And I was reminded of a principle in a Latin term, which means that when used together, one word lends color to the other. That's the principle of interpretation. And I found that in the midst of so many doctors, I have also been given a doctorate. Anyway, the university is about to do that. And at least for this afternoon, till I stop talking, I am also Dr. B.P.Singh. I am sorry I couldn't come yesterday. And today also I was delayed because of the fog in Delhi, which gave me some experience of climate change of different type. From Delhi to Gujarat, there is a lot of change in climate. And if I were to wear the dress I was wearing this morning, I would be perspiring here. Anyway, it's nice to be with you. I have heard reports from very eminent people here. And I feel that we are making some progress in the direction we want to make. And I think gradually we reach a stage when we can say that we have achieved something, if not everything. Let me begin with thanking Dr. K. founder member of the International School of Leadership, and Dr. Sheth, Vice Chancellor of the Anand University, for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to meet you, talk to you, and I would also like to thank B.P.Singh, Deputy Chairman of the Planning Commission, for supporting this seminar. In fact, me, Dr. Shelat, and some others, we had met Dr. Tasveer London, and then later on Mr. B.P.Singh also, and we advised them about the role of agriculture in mitigating of adverse impact of global warming. Before I speak about the role of university teachers, scientists and students, I want to briefly mention about the National Council for Climate Change, Sustainable Development and Public Leadership, which has been set up very recently. Its aim is to bring focus on agriculture and vegetation as a principal instrument to mitigate global warming and to meet the adverse impact of climate change. In fact, we had a series of deliberations on this subject, which were initiated by Dr. Shelat. And we had our first conference in Ahmedabad, in Gujarat, Vidyapeeth in March last year. This was followed by 2 roundtable meets. One was in April at Delhi, and another was in October at Mumbai. Our idea was to sensitize the scholars, research scientists, educational leaders, members of public governance system, students and NGOs about positive role that agriculture can play, and for that matter, how India can use this as an opportunity to promote its agriculture to meet the world's requirement of food and simultaneously promote sustainable livelihood for poor farmers. I am sure all of you would like to join us in this endeavor. The Council is promoted by 3 organizations who came together for this purpose. These are the Environment and Consumer Protection Foundation, International School for Public Leadership, and Shroff Family Voluntary Organization Consortium. We thought a combined strength of these organizations will have a solid foundation to move forward. I am happy that today we have been strengthened by our 4 agricultural universities of Gujarat in these efforts. And when I come to Gujarat, let me say one more thing, something which is very well recognized in this country, that if Gujarat gets an idea, it pushes it through, and it invariably succeeds, and is the first one to succeed. And I think if this idea has germinated on the soil of Gujarat, I'm sure it will go far, far ahead, and will be for the good of the entire country. Gujarat is an agricultural state where agriculture is being practiced on a large scale, and I belong to a state which is entirely dependent on agriculture because they have no industry, Bihar. And many things which I see in your state, I find them absent in my state, because recently I had to go to a distant village. And I found that for 55 kilometers of my journey, there was no road. There used to be a road once upon a time that was washed away by floods, and I think they're still trying to recreate this thing. Can reconstruct the roads. Villages have been washed away. Now this also, in one sense, affects farmers. You can imagine that the first floods were so devastating that even bridges were destroyed, roads were destroyed. What would have happened to them, their crops, to their storehouses, to their houses, where they lived? Nothing existed. And what is the bad effect of such devastation? Today, I found a lot of farmers are not doing any farming operations. They have given their lands to brick kiln owners who are manufacturing bricks, because that is also now required in that area very large. So it's a good business. And the unfortunate part is that once a farmer tastes that type of money, he doesn't want to come back to farming. That's a bad effect of this type of tragedies which visit our different states in this country. Unfortunate though. Anyway, so now the detailed discussions and deliberations yesterday and today has brought many new dimensions and steps to be taken. In this context, I see the role of educational leaders as very important. I believe university teachers, scientists and their leaders, vice chancellors, directors of research and extensions, have a very crucial role to play to bring agriculture as a main strategy to mitigate global warming. All of you must have noticed that international deliberations on this subject do not see agriculture as important enough to be even mentioned in their strategy. I am therefore happy that Dr. Sadapate, Advisor Agriculture Planning Commission, is with us. He is also an eminent agri-scientist. I am sure he will play a crucial role in bringing focus on agriculture in plan documents, both action, review, after midterm appraisal, and in approach paper for the next plan. Today he has assured us that he will take note of what we are saying, what we are discussing, and perhaps in the framing of the work paper for the next plan, some of our ideas may find place there. Coming to the future generation, the students, they have a major responsibility, as it is they who have to turn around complex situation that is developing due to global warming. I say complex because we now know that weather has become unpredictable. We have monsoon in summer and winter.